Hi, welcome. Simon here, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll walk you through step by step on how to replace the iPhone 8 screen. As you can see that the glass is broken, as well as the LCD Retina display on one side is all pixelated and black. So we'll be replacing the entire screen. Let's go ahead and turn off the phone. It looks like the sensor on the Digitizer doesn't work, but that's okay. We'll be disconnecting the entire battery. That itself would turn off the phone. So first thing you need to do is go ahead and remove the two screws at the bottom here. They are located right next to the charging port, and I'll be using a Pentalobe 0.8 star, that little Pentalobe screwdriver. So two screws, remove them at the bottom here. Once you remove that, get a prying tool. I'll be using a metal prying tool to stick it in between the phone and the glass. So you need to stick it right about this much here and go ahead and cut the adhesive. So the phone is adhesive seal, meaning that it's water resistant, prevent water going in, as well as any dust or dirt get into the phone. So this prying tool here is to cut the adhesive seal, and once you cut it up, then we can open up the phone. Right, once the seal is cut up, go ahead and turn the phone to your right and hold it at 90-degree angle here. We'll be removing the plate. This plate here is held down by Phillips screws, so I'll be using a regular Phillips screwdriver or just a regular plus screwdriver. Remove 4 screws. Once you remove the 4 screws, now we can go ahead and remove the back cover, the plate here. Once the plate is removed, get yourself a plastic prying tool. We'll be disconnecting this cable right here. So it's kind of like from the second from the bottom, first and second. This is the battery connector. We just disconnected the battery, therefore the phone is shut off. Now you need to disconnect the LCD and the digitizer. Once the thing is disconnected, go ahead and remove another Phillips screws. There are 3 of them. And these 3 Phillips screws are holding the front camera, the proximity sensor, the speaker of the front here. Okay. All right, so once you remove that plate, we can now disconnect this cable right here. That is for the front camera, the ear speaker. All right, so once you have disconnected that, we'll still be using a Phillips screwdriver, and we are removing the bracket here on the top, and this bracket is holding down the speakers, the camera, and we'll be transferring over to the new screen. So let's continue removing the screws. All right, now we can remove the speaker, put it on the side. Here I'm having to separate the sensor on the top, so go ahead and separate them just like that. All right, come back here and do it on the other side. Okay, you just want to separate them away from the bracket. Once that is done, what I'm going to do is I am going to remove the entire I'm going to stick it underneath. Okay, and then get underneath all the way to that cable right here. So we are separating the entire camera and put them on the side. Now let's go ahead and continue removing the back plate. We need to transfer this as well. So right now I'm using the Phillips, this is what we call the tri screw or the Y screw. So be using the Y screwdriver here. Remove 3 screws on the side and another 3 screws on the other side. So 6 screws total. They run on a Y little tiny screw here. Let's go ahead and remove them. Once that is done, let's go ahead and continue removing the 4 screws at the bottom. That is for your home button. We are transferring the original home button to the new screen. Therefore, the Touch ID will still continue to work. So you're going to be very careful. Do not break the cable here. Just tuck underneath. They are kind of like double-sided taped down to that home button. So you just want to separate them apart from the phone and push it down and it'll come out on the other side. Now the home button is free and ready to be transferred. I'll be removing the back plate right here and transferring over to the new screen as well. Okay, so the back plate is out. Here comes the new screen. Have the back plate here. Make sure everything is in the right position. Make sure all the cables is tucked in all the way. And now I can screw the back plate all the way back together. Let's put the 6 screws, 3 on each side. Let's put them back. The screws are really tiny, so be patient when you put them back together. Try not to strip the screw. That's very important. Do not break or strip the screw. Okay, once you have that things done, let's go ahead and stick the home button back from the front. Okay, stick it from the front here. Okay, and then just go above the connector and clamp it down. And once that thing is installed, let's go ahead and put the bracket here back. And this bracket here is for the home button. Okay, once you're done with that, we'll be transferring the front camera. You see these two little like dimple ready to be inserted, so make sure you align and mesh that back together. And once that thing is installed correctly, you can go ahead and push down the proximity sensor here. Make sure the proximity sensor is sit flush and flat. Okay, so you want to make sure that align with the bracket that is ready to be, put them back in the right position. And once you have that, put the speaker and the camera, and do not forget the bracket here. Realign them. Make sure they're all aligned straight down with the screw. Okay. Once you're done with that, let's go ahead and put them all back together. So they're kind of like a Lego. Once you align the connector in the right position, and you can just press it down. You don't have to force it down. They're kind of quite simple to insert back together. So just make sure you align them in the right position, and when you press it, the connector would just install, fit nicely together. Okay, once you're done with that, now we can go ahead and connect the LCD screen and the digitizer. And do not forget to reconnect your battery. Okay, once you have all the screw inserted or ready to go, you want to realign these two little sliding on the top first. So slide it on top. Once you have that sit properly, you can go ahead and crunch it down just by pressing it down. And there you go. Put the two screws back. That's for the bottom of the pentalobe screws. So we'll try to turn on the phone for now. I can see the Apple logo is looking good. All right, so everything looks good. So I hope the video is helpful. If you find this video is helpful, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate you for doing that. And I'm just testing out the touchscreen on the phone. Everything looks good. So thanks for watching. Until next time, bye now.